again, people. X-Raider169, as always. So, some things happened, and I recorded this episode, but guess what? Some technical difficulties happened. Currently, I have my desktop finished. I've completed its building process, and so far everything works fantastically. Which, that's good, I guess. Bad part is, I don't have a monitor for my desktop yet, so I haven't quite been able to do any work on it yet. I've just been using my TV as a monitor right now, but in order to play games and record Let's Plays, I kind of need to keep an eye on the recording, so when stuff like this happens, I can catch it, which today I didn't catch it, so guess what? Long story short, my laptop is starting to show age, and I recorded this episode on my laptop, of course. And one of the USB ports on my laptop, the one I primarily use, no longer works for whatever reason. I don't know what reason that is. But I recorded the audio and everything on another USB port that actually it was USB hub. And instead of defaulting to my microphone, with as far as the commentary goes, it defaulted to the laptop's crappy built-in microphones. So, unfortunately, the audio was terrible, needless to say. So, post-commentary, hooray! So today we're not really going to talk about Metal Gear as far as the gameplay goes, because I'm not paying much attention, and just saying what I did in the past is kind of boring, to be honest. So we're gonna... well, I am going to talk about it a little bit, but more so this is an update video. What are we doing in the video right now? Currently, we have saved Dr. Madnar's daughter, Ellen, so our next objective would be to go save Dr. Madnar, of course. If you don't save Ellen first, and you go and save Dr. Madnar first, he basically tells you that he's not telling you anything about Metal Gear unless you save Ellen first. So that's why I went to go save Ellen first instead of saving Dr. Madnar first. So after this, we can just backtrack to where Dr. Madnar is. I don't think I showed you where he was in the previous episode, but just follow my lead and, we'll get there eventually. There was a lot of fail in this episode, and honestly, I didn't feel like recording it, so it's kind of a blessing in disguise that it's post-commentary, even though I'm recording this post-commentary immediately afterwards. Just because I had a rough day at work. It was very stressful today. Not very stressful, just, one of them busy days. Just had several things to do, so I wasn't feeling up to recording today, but I did it anyway because I haven't recorded in a couple of weeks, so figured what better time than now. So that's a thing now. Dr. Madnar will be to the left of this room, if I'm not mistaken, and I am mistaken. It's actually in this room down here. But anywho, let's talk a little bit more about my computer. So far, everything's working well. I have installed Steam on there and everything. Only thing I need really to install is the drivers for the HD PVR 2, the gaming edition one, so I can finally record PS4 gameplay. I didn't put it on my I did put the program on my laptop, but it doesn't work well at all. On my laptop, it lags a lot. So recording PS4 games was kind of a impossibility at that point. But now that I have a good old I don't know if I want to give away my computer's name. That might be giving a bit too much information. We'll just call it Peace Walker for this demonstration. It's a Metal Gear thing too, but I'll just call it Peace Walker. Peace Walker's not its actual name. So anyway, with good old Peace Walker over here completed, now I can finally record PS4 gameplays. So maybe we can do some PS4 stuff, and maybe some Phantom Pain stuff when it comes out. Well, no, we're not going to be doing Phantom Pain for a while. I'll do it eventually, but I'm not going to do it yet because I want my first experience with it to be natural. All the innuendos. Amazing, isn't it? Anywho, so the computer works fine. Now I can finally install the HD PVR 2 drivers and everything. Make sure that works. Which, as of right now, I haven't seen a game that it can't run on max settings, so I'm very pleased with that. Even though I don't do a lot of PC gaming, well, maybe I will now, because I actually have a computer that can run games, so that may be a thing in the future. Let me know if there's anything in particular you guys would like to see me play. First game I played, ironically, was Revengeance, of course. No, the first thing I did on there was actually watch Metal Gear trailers. That glorious 1080. I love it. But anyway, here we have Dr. Madnar, and he gives us a sequence to destroy Metal Gear's legs with the plastic explosives. I've not memorized this, but I did mention in the original commentary that he forgets the last few inputs, but I know them, so don't worry. When we get there, it'll be fine, so no worries. But anyway, geez, we still got a lot of episode left, and I don't have anything else to talk about. He was telling us that we have to kill Bloody Brad, which, weirdly enough, is the two Chuckle Fucks that are guarding the doors that just run in front of you whenever you pass them. It's those guys. But anywho, he also mentioned that you can't kill them except with a rocket launcher. So, rocket launcher is a must in this case, so we need to go kill them and get our next card key, which is card number 7, actually. You can tell this is forced, can't you? All this commentary. Ooh, this is a fun part, because I tried to kill this guy so many times and failed miserably. Thankfully, I had enough ammo to take care of him. Oh god, this is so boring. I'm sorry. I'll make sure that my microphone never craps out on me. Or no, it wasn't even my microphone, it was my computer. So I'll make sure that the laptop never craps out on me again until I have my new monitor, so I can actually monitor. You see what I did there? So I can monitor my Let's Plays while they're recording. Because that's the biggest issue. Just making sure that nothing bad happens, which it might happen. But we'll keep talking about good old Peace Walker down here. Like I said, so far I'm very pleased with it. I haven't tried rendering anything yet on Vegas Movie Studio, but I imagine it can render videos a lot faster than my laptop. Normally, like for a Metal Gear episode, it takes maybe about 5 hours to render completely. Keep in mind, this is a very old laptop. It only has like, what is it? I don't even know how many gigs of RAM it has on it, but it's not very. I mean, it's a decent. Don't get me wrong. This is a great laptop. Not great for gaming, but it's a great laptop in general. It gets the job done with most of my everyday needs, so that's a thing. And it's sturdy. I've dropped it several times on my tile floor, and it still works like a charm. So good job. Minus the USB port. That's now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why it's not working, because I dropped it when was it? About a week ago, maybe? And that might be why the USB port doesn't work. Might have knocked something out of line there, and I don't want to deal with it. Here, you need to make sure that you call Jennifer so she can open this door for you, because there is an item that you need in there, in the door that she opens. It's the compass, so we can traverse the deserts to the north to go get to Building 3, so fun stuff. Oh god, I'm really debating if I should just speed this up. Nope, I'm already halfway through this recording, so might as well finish it out to the end. But anyhow, back to good old Peace Walker down here. It's good. I really like it. And red LEDs. I love the red LEDs. They're so good. But now that I've got that, hopefully I can start cranking out videos a little bit faster now. I'm permitted. I have time in my personal life, of course, because we're gonna pull back the curtain here a little bit. I've been studying for my pharmacy technician exam. In case you guys didn't know, I work at a pharmacy, so I've been studying for that like crazy. And I'm gonna take my test relatively soon. I don't know when exactly, but I'm gonna do that. So that's priority number 1 right now, getting that. And so that's kind of why the videos have slowed down just a tad. I know that I promised to upload faster, but guess what? Stuff happens, so we've got to take care of the good stuff first, so I can have money, because I need money. I need more money. Everyone needs money. But, I'm sorry. This is just like the most forced commentary ever, because I don't want you guys to just have to sit here in silence. Anywho, now that we've got the compass, we can head to the third building, which, oh god, the video on here is actually lagging too, so I can't really tell what's going on. Oh, here, actually, we're gonna, I don't think we end the alert phase yet, but in this particular door, there is an item that we don't necessarily need, but it helps out in the long run. It is the antidote, which, I forget what the actual description of it says, but it's something along the lines of, when you drink it, you will no longer be poisoned. Even though poison and anti-venom are a completely different... Poison and venom are an entirely different thing. Theoretically, you could drink an entire vial of venom and survive. Theoretically, I'm not going to try it, but the way that venom works is it's injected into you, while poison is ingested. Venom is not poison, so well, technically you could drink a vial of, let's say, rattlesnake venom and survive. Of course, I wouldn't recommend it because, you know, you don't know if you have any openings in your mouth other than the one that leads to your stomach. Any cuts or anything that could get into your bloodstream, which would then prove to be a problem. But yeah, there's your daily dose of scientific theory, I guess you could call it, for the day. And don't go drinking any kind of snake venom or bee venom or any kind of venom just to test this out, because I am not responsible for that. As I said, it's a theory. Theoretically, you could do it, but I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it either, because that is some it's like basically like playing Russian roulette. Even though I do want to try a fugu fish one day, because, you know, if it's something that's so deadly that can kill you if you eat it, I'm curious. I am very curious. You see, fugu, for instance, that is poisonous. It's not venomous. So, there's the difference between venom and poison. So whenever you get bit by a snake or something and somebody says, suck out the poison, you slap them in the face and tell them you don't suck out poison, you suck out venom. Which that brings up another subject that we can talk about. When people suck out venom from a snake bite, presumably, that is why they don't die. Number one, they spit the venom out, or they're supposed to at least. And even if you do happen to swallow some, you should still technically be fine. Should, because you're ingesting it, not injecting it directly into your bloodstream, which is how venom works. I'm sorry, I get heated about that topic. But anyway, speaking of venom, which, yes, I'm thinking of that correctly. I had to make sure that I was thinking correct. Speaking of venom, these are the little dudes that that you need the anti-venom for. So be very careful, because if they sting you, then you're going to have your health start decreasing slowly, like right here, for instance. And I do believe that the anti-venom is a permanent. I don't think it ever runs out, or at least I'd like to think that. Anywho, something else I should mention: while you're in the desert, you need to have the compass. But once you get to this open area, you no longer need it. I would highly recommend equipping the vest. And do not listen to Big Boss here. He is a filthy liar now, so never listen to him ever again, because he is filthy and he is a liar. And he loves it. And we're getting to that point in the game where I can start being a little bit spoiler pants, because, or not spoiler pants, but where I can start explaining the plot. Because one of my friends that happens to watch the show, yes, like I'm that famous to have my own show. Anywho, one of my friends that watches the videos, he doesn't know what's going on, which rightfully so. If you've never played Metal Gear before, this story is very, 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 very confusing. So, after maybe the next part, I should be able to explain things a little bit better than the game has been doing as of right now, because, of course, this game's old. They had technological limitations back then, so they told the best story they could with the technology they had at the time, which, kudos to them. Kudos to Kojima-san. And it's just hard, because, you know, without spoiling things, I can't really explain anything. But now that we're getting to the cusp of the game, the crossbow. Mind you, I don't know if I'm using that right. Oh god. Anywho, now that we're getting to the climax of the game, I can finally start explaining things a little bit better. Be careful with these pets. As you saw, I died multiple times, so just be careful. But anyway, we're starting to come up on the end here, so we're just gonna ride this elevator all down into the 21st century. It's a reference in case you didn't know. But anywho, oh wow, I thought that was the last screen. Now, there we go. That should be the last screen. Now that we're gonna head down here, there are 2 cameras on either side of the exit here, so be careful for those. And you're gonna wanna, well, you don't have to check your codec, but Jennifer's gonna talk about how there should be oxygen tanks down here. So fun stuff, fun stuff. Just go down here, bring out a plastic explosive, and blow a hole in the wall. And there's your oxygen cylinders. But anywho, I will see you guys in the next episode, hopefully with some live commentary.